My pranams to all members of Meditation Study Circle. My pranams to all Atmajyotis. I welcome all of you for today's session of Panchadashi.
Panchadashi Panchadashi is by Swami Vidyaranya. We are taking up two texts. One is Panchadashi and the other is Jivan Mukti Viveka. Panchadashi is in 15 chapters explaining clearly the various tattvas or principles for Jnana. Let us take up today the next shlokas of Panchadashi. Today's theme is creation. So the creation, is there something called creation? What is the purpose of creation? So this is taken up in this chapter. So the very fact that Vedanta is trying to explain the creation, do not be under the impression that there is something called creation. You should not think that there is a creation. The creation is a model given for us to understand the universe. Model is not reality. Model only points to reality. The purpose of Vedanta is not to give you impression that there's something called creation. The purpose of teaching about creation is not to make you believe that there is something creation. The Vedanta teaches us about creation, not for understanding creation, but for understanding the creator. So the purpose of, do not get stuck with the theories of creation. So the creation is only a pointer to understand who is beyond creation, Brahman. The creation theory is explained to give you the oneness of Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam. The union of Jivatma, Paramatma, Ekatvam is explained through the creation model. The purpose is not to make you believe that there is a creation. The entire purpose of teaching creation is to understand the individual soul, myself, Jivatma, is one with Paramatma. To that extent, you have to understand creation. Do not get stuck with the ideas of theories of creation. So Vedanta approach is called Adhyaropa Apavada. Adhyaropa means superimposition. Apavada means negation. Human mind cannot comprehend the reality beyond the mind. Brahman is beyond the mind. Sakshi is beyond the mind. The witness is beyond the mind. Atman is beyond the mind. So to understand the oneness of Jivatma Paramatma, a step-by-step methodology is called Anvaya Vyatireka is given. So you give a explanation to understand one level, then negate that explanation so that your understanding gradually changes, shifts to the higher and higher level reality. In reality, Vedanta says there's no creation at all. Appearance is not creation. That's what is called Ajatavada. There's no creation. So Vedanta explains the creation in three levels. First is Srashti Drashti. Second is Drashti Srashti. Third is Ajatavada. Out of that, Ajatavada is considered as reality. There's no creation. What is Drashti Srishti? Srishti Drashti. In the waking state, we wake up and see there's a world. There's a creation. And we have a lot of theories of creation. Scientific theory, there's a Big Bang. So many billions of years ago, there is a creation. So then there is theories of various theories, how the universe came into picture. Then there is Puranas, how Brahmaji created the universe. Like that, various theories are there to explain the creation. When we waking state, we see the creation. This is called Srishti Drashti. Srishti means creation is there. I am seeing it now. It was there much before when I came into existence. This is actually corresponds to a waking state logic. Then there is a dream state logic. Dream world appears when the dreamer comes into picture. Suppose I have a dream of Paris. I know very well there was no Paris before the dreamer came into picture. So the dreamer appeared with the Paris as the city. So this is called Drashti Shashti. This creation is there because I am seeing it. Then this corresponds to dream state. In deep sleep state, there is no world, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no me also. There is no creation. So Vedanta says the waking state and dream state are just appearances in deep sleep state. Appearances have no reality. Ajativada is reality. So that being the case, why the theory of creation is given? The creation theory is given because our waking state mind is very curious. Try to understand what is reality. So in the waking state mind, we have to understand that there is consciousness or Brahman who is above us, who is beyond us. We have to give faith in the Ishvara. So that is the purpose of waking state. Ishvara is the conscious creator. So this is the purpose of theory of creation. There's a creator for all of us. And what we see is the creation. So don't think that creation is an accident. There's a creator for the creation. To understand that in the waking state is the theory of creation. And what is the purpose of understanding? The creator and creation are one. You are one with the Ishvara. Jiva Ishvara Ekatvam, understanding the theory of creation is given, not because of any other purpose. The only purpose is to understand Jiva and Ishvara are one. Who is Ishvara? Who is Jiva? That we have to understand. So let us take up on the left hand side. I have shown the picture of Brahmanda, cosmos. So Brahmanda is the entire universe. The creator, Ishvara, appears in three forms. The causal form is called Ishvara. The subtle form is called Hiranyagarbha. And the gross form is called Virat. The cosmos has three forms: subtle, causal, subtle, gross. Ishvara is called the creator because causal form is responsible for creation. So I want to see God, I want to see God, I want to see God. Where will you see God? Whatever you are seeing as the universe, past universe, the God is right in front of you, right behind you. The universe is God. Universe is God. It's called Virat Rupa. what we don't see in the universe is subtle form, is called Hiranyagarbha, and what is the causal form is Ishvara. Causal form also you see. Causal form of God also you see. In deep sleep, you are one with Ishvara. Subtle form you see. Subtle form individually you see. Thoughts, feelings, emotions which comes up with you is a part of Hiranyagarbha. So that way, the universe or cosmos has three forms: Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, and Virat. The God has three forms: Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha, and Virat. They are not three different forms. Ishvara appears as Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara appears as Virat. It's only one appearing as three forms. It's not three gods. So at the individual level, we have three bodies. Gross body, this physical body, what you can see is called gross body. The mental body consisting of thoughts, feelings, emotions is called subtle body. And a body of ignorance is called avidya or causal body. So what is there in the macrocosm is there in the microcosm also. We are a miniature version of the cosmos. We are a representation of Ishvara. Yat Brahmande, Tat Pindande. Whatever is there in macrocosm is there in microcosm. So to see God, to find God, you don't have to go anywhere. Within this framework of this body-mind complex, you can find Ishvara, universal consciousness. That's the only place you can find. You cannot find it in the outer world. You cannot find in Himalayas. You cannot find in caves. You cannot find in ashrams. Only place where you can find Ishvara is within this framework of body and mind, because body and mind is miniature universe called microcosm. Universe is called macrocosm, Brahmanda. So to understand this further, a picture is there. So Brahman is the supreme being. Brahman is the supreme reality. Beyond our thoughts, feelings, emotions, knowledge, Brahman is the absolute reality. What is the nature of Brahman? Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss is the nature of Brahman. Satchidananda. So Satchidananda Brahman has a potential form, potential within. It's like saying a seed has a potential of a tree within. The entire cosmos is the potential of Brahman. It is hidden in Brahman. Entire cosmos is hidden in Brahman in the potential form. Like a seed contains a tree, flower, fruits, everything in a micro form. The entire blueprint of the universe is there hidden in Brahman. Is it clear? So now that blueprint comes out. Blueprint comes out as Prakriti. Prakriti means nature. So blueprint appears as Prakriti. Prakriti has three alphabets. Prakriti. Pra means awareness, light. From that word, Pradna has come. Light. Kri means Kriya, action. Ti means Tatastha, motionless. So three gunas appear from Brahman. Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, three forms of nature appear from Brahman. Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. Are we clear? So Sattva guna is about knowledge, awareness. Rajo guna is about activity. Tamo guna is about inaction or ignorance. So now these three gunas were inherently in Brahman. They were in the potential form. They were not separate from Brahman. They are the creative ability of Brahman. It's not separate from Brahman at all. Don't think that these three are separate from Brahman. Like a dance is not separate from the dancer. These three gunas are one with Brahman. They appear. Now you can say, in our language, so Brahman is like in deep sleep. Then he has a dream. In that dream, some creation starts. So the movement happens in Brahman, creating a dream. That first movement is called Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna. Brahman, the representation of Brahman is Narayana. Narayana is sleeping on a nice bed consisting of Sheshanaga. And he has a dream. In his dream, first Sattva Rajas Tamas comes out. Three gunas happen. There's a disturbance happens in like waking, dreaming started. Dreaming started with Sattva Rajas Tamo Guna. So then, with that, there is an appearance of Maya. So Brahman becomes the dreamer. Brahman is Narayana, who is sleeping. And he becomes a dreamer. In the dream, he takes the position in the dream. There he takes the position as the Ishvara. In Purana, it is shown as Narayana sleeping and Vishnu comes out of Narayana. Vishnu is the Ishvara. Is it clear? Not clear. Brahman, Parabrahma is Narayana. Narayana is shown as sleeping, not doing any creation. For the creation purpose, Srimad Narayana takes the form of Vishnu. That's why Vishnu is flying with a vehicle, Garuda, eagle. Vishnu represents the Ishvara there, universal consciousness. Whereas Narayana represents Parabrahma, supreme consciousness. In Narayana's dream, entire universes are created and he becomes the ruler in the form of Vishnu. Is it similar to your dream also? In deep sleep, your nothing is there, no creation is there. In the dream, you enter into dream world. In the dream world, you may become prime minister also, ruling your dream world. Like that, Brahman in his dream, he becomes the ruler of the world, ruler of the universe, called Ishwar. Is it clear? So the first level, the dream happens in two levels. Ishvara as the efficient cause and Ishvara as the material cause. For any creation to happen, there's the efficient cause is required. Efficient cause is intelligent cause. For example, when you want to make a mud pot, the mud is required and a potter is required. Mud is required and potter is required. Potter is the intelligent cause. It's called efficient cause. And mud is required. It's called material cause. Nimitta Karana is called efficient cause. Potter is the Nimitta Karana. And mud is called Upadana Karana, material cause. Now for creation, Ishvara is the efficient cause, Ishvara is the material cause. The entire universe is created by the Ishvara with his own body. For creation of a pot, mud is required and potter is required. Their duality is required. Two are required. For the universe, there's no two required. It's only Ishvara appears as universe. Like water appears as ocean and wave. Is it clear? So first level of appearance is called Ishvara. Ishvara appears in two levels. Ishvara, the Prakriti, supreme being Brahman, activates, gets reflected in Prakriti. Like in your dream, you start dreaming, the dream character is created, and dream character becomes alive. So Sattva Rajas Tamoguna comes into picture, nature, then they become alive. because of Brahman getting reflected there, Chidabhasa. So then that reflection is called Maya. Maya. So here the Maya word is used because reflection happens in the Sattva Guna, pure Sattva, Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva means pure intelligence. In that pure intelligence, Brahman appears as Ishvara. That's the efficient cause, intelligent cause. So here, there's no ignorance at all. Shuddha Sattva. So three gunas are there: Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Out of that, Brahman reflects in Sattva Guna. Then it's called Mahattattva or universal intelligence. Ishvara takes the form of the universal intelligence. This is called first level of Maya. First level of reflection, Ishvara is born. Now, Rajas and Tamas are cause of Rajas' activity, Tamas is cause of ignorance. So, Brahman reflects in Rajas and Tamas also. Then that becomes a material cause, Upadana Karana, material matter. So the matter is also always intelligent cause is Ishvara, which is Shuddha Sattva, pure Sattva. Material cause is Malina Sattva, Raja and Tamoguna. So that means Brahman himself becomes the cause and effect. Is it clear? So there is no other. Brahman does not bring the mud required for creation of universe from somewhere. He himself becomes the creator and the creation. The creator is Shuddha Sattva, pure intelligence. There's no ignorance at all. Pure intelligence is there. And the creation is Rajoguna and Tamoguna predominantly. Of course, Sattva is also there. But a mixture of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas becomes the material cause, Upadana Karana. So now, Ishvara in the purest form, which is called Ishvara Upadana Karana, becomes the creation at the causal level. He takes the form of the creation at the causal level. Causal level is called Ishvara. Of course, that Ishvara is animated by the pure form of Ishvara, Sattva. He takes the form of creation, causal world. Now, where is the causal world? The deep sleep, when you enter, what is you see is a causal world, Ishvara, in deep sleep. That's the causal form of the world. See, in the waking state, you see Virat Rupa, gross form of Ishvara. In deep sleep, you see causal form of Ishvara, God. Okay. So now, from that causal form, we take the two parts now. Here is Samashti, which is totality, and this is Veshti. So what happens to the individual and what happens to the cosmos? So Samashti means totality of creation, which is God, Ishvara, universe. Veshti means individual. So Samashti and Veshti, example if you want. The forest is Samashti, totality. Forest is Samashti, totality. Tree is Veshti. Ishvara is the totality. You or me is Veshti. Individual and cosmos. Alright. So now individual and cosmos comparison given step by step, so that individual can understand I am one with the cosmos. Jiva Ishvara Ekatvam, I can find out. That's why comparison is given step by step. That's the purpose of creation. Not to understand creation, to understand you are nothing but a manifestation of Ishvara at various levels. So at the causal level, the individual takes the causal level, Ishvara becomes the material cause, and Prakriti, Avidya becomes the material cause. Maya is Shuddha Sattva. Pure Sattva is Maya, Ishvara. Maya Adisha, Ishvara. Ishvara is not affected by Maya. But Rajoguna and Tamoguna is creation, which is affected by Maya. Ignorance is there. That's called Avidya. Avidya is the cause of the individual. Maya is the cause of the totality. Maya is the cause of entire universe. Avidya becomes the cause for the individual. So avidya gives rise to pradna. Pradna means jiva at the causal level. So in deep sleep, you are there as pradna. Pradna, sorry, not pradna, pradna. Deep sleep, your nature, you are called pradna. Ishvara at the deepest level, causal level. Please understand, Ishvara is not in ignorance. Ishvara Shuddha Sattva is fully aware, conscious being. Ishvara, we merge with Ishvara in deep sleep. But Ishvara himself in the deep sleep is fully conscious being. Pradna is unconscious. He'll merge with Ishvara. Because avidya is there. Whereas Ishvara is fully conscious. So Ishvara is totality of all pradnas, totality of all jivas, all individual beings. Individual being in deep sleep is called pradna. Ishvara is the totality of I. It includes I, me, animal, monkey, donkey, trees, plants, everything in pradna. Causal state is called Ishvara. It's a totality, samashti. Right? But nature of pradna is same as nature of Ishvara, except that pradna is polluted by Rajoguna and Tamoguna. It's in causal form. It doesn't, Rajoguna and Tamoguna doesn't disappear, it goes into causal form. So now the creation starts. The first level of creation is called Tanmatra. This entire process of creation can be detailed way. It's given called Panchikarana. Panchikarana is a very detailed explanation of creation. Right now we are not getting into Panchikarana. The first level creation of Tanmatra. 5 subtle elements are created. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Touch, sound, smell, taste and form. These are created at a subtle level. These Tanmatras you can hear in a deep state of meditation. In deep state of meditation, you can hear subtle sound, subtle vibration, subtle light. This is called, you have reached the level of Tanmatra. So Tanmatra is the first level of creation. The universe is created with the subtle elements called Tanmatra. Okay. So now Ishvara takes the form of Hiranyagarbha, which is called cosmic womb. Hiranyagarbha means womb, because universe is yet to be born. Ishvara is causal form because Hiranyagarbha and Vaishwanara or universal universe, Virat, appear from Ishvara and go back to Ishvara. Like from your deep sleep, your body appears, mind appears, and in deep sleep it goes back. Like into Ishvara, from Ishvara, the subtle and gross universe appear and disappear, like waves appear in water. Huh? Womb means a possibility opens up. Womb is called possibility. It's not a womb in a literal sense. It is womb means the source of creation appears. Okay. No. Here, Ishvara is Karana Sharira. This is Ishvara, cosmic womb is subtle body, Sukshma Sharira of the universe. And Pradna or individual in the subtle form is called Taijasa. How is Taijasa? You are Taijasa. So, I'm thinking, I'm doing something, I'm eating, the thought process is there, thought, feeling, emotion is there. It's called Taijasa. So you know about Taijasa, your thoughts, feeling. Collective thought forms of the universe, collective bodies of such universe, it's called Hiranyagarbha. So you have a thinking, feeling, She has a thinking feeling. The animal has thinking feeling. All those things put together is called Hiranyagarbha. Collective, not individual. Individual is called Veshti. So as it applies to it's called Taijasa. As it applies to universe, it's called Hiranyagarbha. From subtle level, gross elements are coming. Gross elements ka Panchabhutas. Space, wind, fire, water, and earth. So then your gross creation happens. It's called Virat or Vaishwanara. So whatever you're seeing, totality of the universe is called Virat. The soul of that consciousness of it is called Vaishwanara. And individual who experiences that, I am the individual with the body, mind, sense organs. This individual is called Vishwa, Jiva. So, are you able to see the relationship between the cosmos and individual? So, this is called Jiva, Veshti. This is called Samashti, totality. So, the entire ladder, a picture diagram is given, not to understand that I am separate from Ishvara. So, what is common to me, Ishvara and me? So, the common to Ishvara and Jiva is, if I have to go to Sattva Guna, Jiva has Malina Sattva or polluted Sattva. Sattva is polluted with Rajas and Tamas. At Shuddha Sattva level, Jiva is one with the Ishvara. At Shuddha Sattva level. And go beyond Sattva, Jiva and Ishvara are Brahman. So that oneness to understand this diagram is given. So purpose of this diagram is not to tell you lot of theory of creation. The purpose of this diagram is to indicate an individual like me is related to Ishvara like this. So Ishvara is Shuddha Sattva, pure Sattva. The Jiva is Malina Sattva, which is called Rajoguna and Tamoguna, mixed with Sattva. So if I am able to get rid of my Rajoguna and Tamoguna and develop Shuddha Sattva, I will become one with the Ishvara. That's called Saguna realization. Then I go beyond Sattva-guna, then I become one with Brahman. So that commonness is shown through this ladder diagram. So you can see the picture here. So Brahmanda, the cosmos, I have told in three forms. Causal form is called Ishvara, subtle form is called Hiranyagarbha, and gross form is called Virat. So that at the individual level, it gets reflected as causal body, Karan Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, and gross body, called Sthula Sharira. So let us take now the causal body. Causal body at the individual level. In the cosmic level, causal body is collection of all causal bodies of all living beings. When you go to deep sleep, you are in causal body. A donkey or monkey or any animal or anybody is going to sleep is in causal body. That causal body, ocean of causal bodies, collection of all causal bodies called Ishvara. So causal body is made up of, what is the causal body material for the causal body? Avidya. Ignorance is the material. Why avidya is there? Rajoguna and Tamoguna is there. Rajoguna causes projection, Tamoguna causes forgetfulness. Avarana, Vikshepa come from Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Whereas Sattva-guna is knowledge. Shuddha Sattva. So the cause of an individual is called Tamoguna, Rajoguna. Sattva-guna comes, what are the components? Causal body contains the subtle body and gross body in the seed form. It's like a blueprint of gross body and subtle body is there in the causal body in the form of avidya. So, what is the function of the causal body? It is the seed for the gross and subtle body. The causal body is eternal. In the sense, when avidya goes, it becomes one with the Brahman. Huh? How do you? How it is? It merges with Brahman. So, from the causal world, the causal bodies are produced. Subtle bodies are produced. The subtle body is made up of subtle elements called tanmatra. Shabda tanmatra, sound element. Sparsha tanmatra, touch element. Rupa tanmatra, form element. Rasa tanmatra, taste element. And Gandha tanmatra, smell element, appear from the causal world. In the causal world, you need for creation, you need a material. These are the subtle forms which emerge. And these tanmatras you can hear, tanmatras you can experience in deeper states of meditation, silent state of meditation. So the space element predominates Shabda. The touch element predominates by wind element. These are when wind and fire and all we say subtle form. Fire element dominates the form. Water element dominates the taste. Earth element dominates the smell. So you can see here, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna mixing in various proportions. This proportion is called Panchikarna. Space has maximum Sattva-guna, less of Rajoguna, and less of Tamoguna. Are you getting what I'm saying? The space has maximum Sattva-guna. And what is the nature of space? The sound. That's why Atma-jnana comes from Shravana Matrena. Sattva-guna is in space. Shabda is space. Hearing is the source of knowledge for us. Atma-jnana comes from Sattva-guna. Atma-jnana is maximum, it's Sattva-guna. When you're able to hear very clearly. You're not able to hear clearly because Rajoguna and Tamoguna dominate. A clear hearing happens because space element is dominant. The space element is Shuddha Sattva. Sattva is predominant. Is it clear? Air element, little bit less Sattva, little bit more Rajas, more Tamas. Air element, how do you experience air element? Sensations in the body. Touch. So air element also can give you jnana. But next level of sound element. Fire element gives the form. Rajas is more, Tamas is space is coming down. And earth is smell element, where Tamas is more. From smell, jnana cannot come. Jnana can come maximum with the hearing. Next level it can come with the touch, sensations. That Vipassana is all about that. Vipassana meditation is about sensations, which is actually focusing on air element. Shravana Matra, what is happening, we are doing Vedanta, is space element. Jnana comes from sound. So these 5 elements, 5 tanmatras, together come together to create a subtle body. This is the subtle body. The Karana Sharira I told you, avidya, ignorance. Now the subtle body has to be created. For subtle body creation, tanmatras are, these tanmatras come into picture. Shabda tanmatra, sparsha tanmatra, rupa tanmatra, rasa tanmatra, gandha tanmatra. These subtle elements come together to form subtle body. Subtle body consists of just turn up volume. Stop. Cut. That masking, no? Okay. So in subtle body is the one which moves from one body to other body after death. Subtle body along with causal body goes from one body to other body. Who travels after death is subtle body. Subtle body has 5 sense organs of knowledge: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin in a subtle form. You experience your subtle body in dream. In your dream body, you have tongue, you have ears, you have nose, all those things are there. That's your subtle body. In dream body, what you have is called subtle body. It fully is there. Your ears, your eyes. So that subtle body in your dream body is called subtle body. The dream body moves from, the subtle body moves from one body to other body later. 5 organs of actions are there: speech, hands, legs, genitals, and anus. These are organs of action. Tongue is organs of action, hands are organs of action, legs are organs of action, genitals and anus. Together, their organs of actions are there in subtle form. In your dream body also, these are there. Your hands, speech, all those things are there. Dream body is nothing but subtle body. Then, Antakarana is there. Antakarana is Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Inner instruments, what's happening through sense organs and organs of action. I need instruments. This instrument is called Antakarana. It consists of 4 functions: mind, intellect, memory, and ego. Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Then 5 pranas are there. 5. This prana is like a bioelectricity. For operating the body, you need a energy. So the prana is also there. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. These are the 5 pranas are there. So what's happening now? From Brahman, pure awareness, 3 gunas have come: Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. Okay. And Brahman takes the form of the creator, conscious creator called Ishvara, and energy called Prakriti. Shakti is called Prakriti. Shakti is 2 types: Vidyamaya, Avidyamaya. Vidyamaya belongs to Ishvara, Avidyamaya belongs to Jiva, ignorance. So from Sattva guna of Ishvara, Buddhi or intellect is formed. Your subtle Buddhi, your intellect is nothing but Sattva guna from Ishvara. Okay. From Rajoguna, Ahankara is formed, ego. From Tamoguna, Manas is formed, thinking mind. Together, they are collectively, it's called Chitta, where impressions are stored. So ultimately, knowledge can happen in Buddhi, intellect, because it's Sattva dominant. Now, individual Buddhi is corrupted by Rajoguna and Tamoguna, Ahankara and Manas. If individual Buddhi becomes free from Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, it will become one with Shuddha Sattva, Ishvara. So pranas are 5 types: prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Prana is responsible for respiration. So it is for responsible for breathing in. Apana is responsible for expulsion, our motion, or childbirth, pushing something outside is apana. Samana means digestion. Whatever you eat gets digested. Vyana means whatever is digested is circulated throughout the body. Udana means at the time of death, the Jivatma has to be taken to another body. The Udana is the prana responsible for taking that. So then we come to the gross body. The gross body consists of the 5 gross elements: the space element, air element, fire element, water element, earth element. They're Panchabhutas: Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. The gross body consists of head, hands, legs, central body. It includes all your bones, blood, all those things which are there in your gross form in your body. So what is the function of the gross body? It's a temporary location for subtle body. It's a temporary house. How temporary? In morning, in waking state, gross body houses the soul. In dream state, gross body is not required. Dream body is taken up. After death, gross body is discarded. The soul goes into another body. And purpose of gross body is to transact with the other bodies in the world. And what is the nature of this? It's constantly changing. Life is limited. And gross body is visible to everybody. Causal body is not visible to you, but you enter into causal body in deep sleep. Subtle body is visible to you in the dream body. Gross body is visible to you and visible to everybody else also. So what's happening here? Ishvara creates a human being in its own form. In its own image, Ishvara has created human being. Image is Chitabhasa is the image. Reflected consciousness is the image. All gross elements, subtle elements, all nothing but coming from the body of Ishvara. In that sense, human being is nothing but a replica of Ishvara. And gives him the Sattva Guna Pradhana, the Sattva Guna dominated by Buddhi. Buddhi is given for discrimination. But Buddhi of a human being has also pollution called Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Rajoguna creates vikshepa, projection in the form of thoughts, feelings, emotions. Tamoguna creates forgetfulness. So Buddhi under the influence of Tamoguna, the man forgets his divinity. That forgetfulness is called avidya. Avidya. Avarana is forgetfulness. Avarana and vikshepa together is called vidya. So then, because he has forgotten his true nature as Brahman, he develops an identity, I-ness. I-ness is called Asmita, Arahat, I. He feels individual, independent from the universe. Then there are three kinds of egos are developed. Three kinds of ego. Because now he has separated from the universe, he wants to experience the universe. And what are the three? Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Raga means in the universe I have only three categories. Universe, human being through the sense organs sees the world. Raga, these are the elements, these are things I like, called Raga. These are things I hate, it's called Dvesha. These are the things I want to cling on, hold on to.
I think we have lost Prabhuji's connection. Please be on the line. We'll set it right. We'll contact Prabhuji. Hari Om, we are contacting Prabhuji. I think there is a connection problem. Please be online. Thank you for your patience.
Vasu, I'll come back to Zoom later. Venkat, I'll come back to Zoom. First, I'll answer questions on Google Meet.
Prabhuji, we lost the connection.
Okay.
So I think, yeah. Hari Om, Prabhuji. Are you
Hari
there?
Om, anybody else? Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Can you enable my camera?
1 minute, Prabhuji. 1 minute. 1 minute, Prabhuji. In between, we lost the connection. Please. Yes. Can you turn?
Anybody has a question? Yeah. Anybody has a question on Google Meet? Can answer. Any questions for Google?
We probably missed the last few minutes, Prabhuji. So
okay. What did
I
you hear? Did you see?
I think
shall I
Raga
repeat it?
Dvesha, we missed when you explained. You were just at Raga, like, and then
So
after
to summarize, 3 egos develop, right? So since you missed
up to
something
that
in
point,
that
we were there. Our 3 egos developed, then you have to.
three egos develop. There's Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Raga means attraction, Dvesha means hatred, Abhinivesha means clinging. So we have I like this, I don't like this, or Raga Dvesha, but something I have, I don't want to let go. What is that you don't want to let go? Clinging to life. Life I don't want to let go. I may let go my wife, I may let go my children, I may let go anything, but life I want to cling. That's called Abhinivesha. So this Abhinivesha, these Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha gives rise to thoughts. And thoughts will drive the mind, Manas. And Manas will drive organs of action, Karmendriya. And organs of action themselves do some work and bring some result. And the result will become, say, print in the consciousness called Chitta. So this is the life of human being. From divine, you have become human and got into samsara, cycle of birth and death. That is the summary.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So how do you come out of this? You have to reduce tamoguna, rajoguna. Your sattva has to increase. Through jnana, you have to go beyond mind and beyond, become one with the Ishvara, Shuddha Tattva. And beyond Ishvara, you can realize Para Brahman when you become Gunatita. So do not be under the impression that there are so many Ishvara, so many. It is only Brahman only is appearing as everything. It's like water only is appearing, wave, bubble, and foam. Let no name and form do not confuse you. Okay. Any questions now from Google Meet?